Respect. We need to respect the voice of the parent, the innocence of the children, and the hard work and contribution of teachers. We can do better at this. I think that a lot of the parents' voice has not been heard by this board, and particularly with the COVID response that this board has taken over the course of the last several months. Do you recall the survey that parents were asked to fill out? Well, nearly 44% of NEISD parents surveyed responded that they wanted an in-person classroom option for their children. Did we get that? We didn't. We got virtual education for everyone. And that left a whole load of parents who don't have childcare, who don't have 2 jobs or don't have 2 parents. They didn't have the resources to have their children at home. And we all know the risks of leaving children isolated at home, not with their peers. We've heard it from the American Pediatric Association, etc. We did not hear the parents who wanted the in-person option, who felt safe with that option. Our board didn't do that. And when did they release the back-to-school plan anyway? Just days before the first day of school, leaving so many parents anxious, stressed, and wondering, what are we going to do with our kids in a few days? We could have done better, and we should have done better. What about the innocence of our children? I'm talking particularly about the sex ed curriculum that this board adopted 4 years ago for our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. We should be telling them to say no to sex, like we tell them to say no to cigarettes and drugs and drinking. We actually don't tell them no. We've abandoned abstinence as the preferred method in our sex ed curriculum. That's wrong. It's, in my legal opinion, does not comply with Texas Education Code, and I think it needs to change. We need to do better by our children. And what about the hard work and contributions of our teachers? Are they paid enough? Do they have a grievance procedure that helps them air out their concerns and get relief? I don't think so. And what about our COVID response? Our teachers have been working their tails off, trying to handle both virtual learning and in-class students doing virtual learning and all the different changes and unknowns. We need to show better support for our teachers. And I don't think this board has done as good a job as it could do with respect to the parents' voice, innocence of our children, and teachers' hard work. I think the culture at our board needs to change. And if you agree with me, please go with Gilson at the ballot. We need to change the culture of our board. With 5 of the 7 seats up for election, we can make a change and we can improve the way we do things. So again, the 3 overarching themes of my platform have been to restore conservative thought and thinking and transparency, reform board policies, procedures, and curriculum, and respect parents, teachers, and children. We can do that if you go with Gilson. Gilson for NEISD.com. Go with Gilson for District 5. Thank you, and I'll see you at the polls.